And you played as Chun-Li. Now, is that your main?
Yeah, actually, I'm a big Chun-Li fan. Like I've always liked Chun-Li even as a kid, so it kind of fit perfectly that way.
Okay.
Two classic Street Fighter characters. I used to play a little bit of Ken in Street Fighter 2. I was
Ken,
really
oh
big
yeah,
on him.
Ken's more
Yeah,
aggressive than Ryu to me. Yeah.
yeah. But Chun-Li was always my favorite. The huge legs, the huge thighs. You just.
Oh man, who's that one chick that's from Brazil? She'll be having like one side braided, the other hanging down. She's got some nice legs in that Street Fighter. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to remember what you're talking about, but I think I know you.
Color scheme will be green. She's like, I guess she might be some sort of Latin descent.
In the newer games you're talking about, right? Like
Yeah, and Street Fighter 5 and stuff. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Street Fighter 5, like I haven't played Street Fighter since Street Fighter 4. I'm hoping the next Street Fighter game brings me back into it because it just feels like it's a lot of pay to play. I feel like it's a lot of DLC heavy games, and it's just like you kind of need to like you spend your $60 in the game, then you gotta spend another 60 to get the full game, and you feel like, okay, wow.
Yes.
And I'm not
all these DLC characters, like you said, they'll be presenting them like 3 at a time. Then the skins, the endless skins.
The crazy thing though is that they'll have the DLC ready day one. So you're just like, you had them, you finished them. Because to me, DLC is stuff that you're creating after the game's release. Like you're trying to create more content for it. Like I'll pay for that. But if you just decided you made the game and then you're like, okay, but this half of the game we're gonna sell to them over the next 2-3 months after release. It's like, dang, it's kind of scummy.
It is scummy, but you know what? It's a good marketing move. So I would have to say that. You were in this year's PWI of the PWI 500, and you ranked 495. Congratulations, Leroy.
Thank you. It's still pretty fresh because I think they released that in September. Like the evaluation here, it's like August. I think it hit the stores and stuff September, and that was pretty sick, to be honest. It's been something that I've been working for the last, I want to say, like year or so, because a lot of my peers, a lot of people I came up with were on the lists, and I was kind of just like, all right, what do I got to do? Who do I got to beat? What do I got to do? And it was very validating. So we put up there, it's a magazine, it's cool. I do this thing where it's a mix of like, okay, it's just a list, it's just it's just a few people's opinions, like who cares in the cosmic sense. But then it's really cool to see your name put there, like with a bunch of really cool wrestlers, really talented people, like literally the best wrestlers on the planet, like it's the 500, 500 best wrestlers around for the year, and my name will always be up there. And that's really cool, in a magazine, I get to put that on a shelf or something, it's awesome.
Have it slabbed up, all that good stuff. So Leroy, you have a few moves that I want to ask you. One of your signature moves is the Hadouken. Am I correct?
You see, it's the funny thing is that a lot of people say it's Hadouken. You see, I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan, so it's more of a Kamehameha,
Kamehameha wave. Okay.
Yeah, it's more of a tribute to Goku, though. The home.
Yes. Well, these announcers are getting it so wrong, so.
No,
wrong.
That's my favorite thing. It's like that's why I don't even want to be upset because I think that that's cool. If you're a Street Fighter fan, it's doing it for you. That I'm just let's be real. It's an energy blast coming out of my hands and palms like that. So it's the same effect. It's laying them on their ass. I'll tell you that. It's you can't argue the effects of the move, but it's I definitely it's definitely more of a Dragon Ball Z thing. I've loved doing that move when I was a kid. I used to just throw Kamehamehas at people all the time. Like when I was in middle school and elementary school, running around like Kamehameha. Right. It makes sense that as a pro wrestler, I do that. I psych myself up and I just blast them right in the chest, try to get through the chest, but
Do you ever do it when you're so fatigued and you're just like, and you're like, Kamehameha, get into it?
Yeah. No, I definitely do the whole. It's a whole thing. It's a whole process. It's a whole mental process. You have to. You see, you can't just say it and just throw your hands towards somebody. You gotta focus. You gotta chant it. You gotta get the people behind you, get them to lend you your energy, and you gotta really cock your hands back. It's a whole process. I would tell you, but Master Roshi told me it's a trade secret. I can't really tell y'all. I can't really let this in public. It kind of takes away. It's a secret, masterful technique. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the turtle hermit knows too much. But the Kamehameha wave came before the Hadouken. I just want to put that out there.
Yes,
because,
it did.
Like,
yes, it did.
Yes, Dragon Ball was out there in the 80s. So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I know my anime too. We're getting to anime here in a little bit. So is your finisher the brutality?
Yes, it is.
And that would be like a rolling horizontal backstabber?
Yes, it is. Do a whole flip and everything, and I'm realigning their spines. You see, I call it the brutality because I was playing a lot of Mortal Kombat, watching all these like spine aligning moves, and I was like, what if I did that to somebody? You know what I mean? which I a little cracked up in the skull. Maybe I played a little too much games, but you know what I'm saying? It's effective. It's very, very effective.
It looks pretty effective, and it's like, wow, ow, oof. And now you have a submission move that I don't know if you have a name for. The proper name for it would be the chicken wing over the shoulder crossface. Do you have a name for that?
I don't actually. The funny thing about that is it's a tribute to somebody who I like. I'm a huge fan. Someone who had a really strong impact in my career. Johnny Gargano.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. The thing about it is like it's not just like it's an appreciation for him because I was a fan of him for many years, and when I actually we talked about Evolve, I actually had done an Evolve seminar, and he was the one running and conducting it. So when I got to wrestle for Evolve, I got to wrestle because I was selected from the seminar, and he was the one who picked me. He was the one who saw something in me. He gave me so much good advice. He was such an awesome dude to me, and he had no reason to be. He could have just been like, all right, I picked that guy. All right, bye. Going back to WWE, going back to, being rich and famous and on TV and stuff. And he was not. He gave me so much time a day. He was so kind. He was so patient and, gave me a lot of ideas, gave me a lot of inspiration. And he continues to do that. So it was kind of my nod of giving back. I needed a really quick submission and effective one, of course. And I was just like, well, I've been watching these tapes for like so long. I think I can pull out a pretty devastating, effective one myself. So it's something that I keep in the back pocket in case I need to, try to get someone to tap out pretty quickly.
Yeah. He calls that the Gargano escape.
The Gargano escape. I think
Gargano escape.
I feel like there's got to be like a no on the no escape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no escape.
Well, maybe you can call it, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, if you got a name idea, like.
I got one right here. I was like, call it the PLG. Now you're going to ask, what does PLG mean?
PLG. All right. What's that mean? I got a bite.
Player leaves game.
Like when the online, like when those people rage quit or something and then just like players left the game. That's hilarious. I like that.
Yeah. I like it when they do. It's so great.
Yeah.
All right.